Minnesota's gun deer hunting season starts tomorrow.
The DNR expects more than 400,000 hunters will be out in the woods this season. Sales of hunting licenses are down by about 4% this year. There is a national trend of baby boomers aging out of the sport, and that presents a challenge for managing the herd.
A kind of a changing trend in deer hunters in general is they're not harvesting as many deer, so it's kind of a double whammy when you have less hunters and then hunters not harvesting as many deer as they maybe historically have.
The DNR says deer populations are healthy in the central and southern parts of the state, but not as abundant in northern Minnesota. That's because harsh back-to-back winters have made it tough for deer to find food in that region. Gun season in Wisconsin starts November 18th. We're also in our peak season for deer and moose-related car accidents. They can happen in a split second, even in the city.
WCCO's Jason Randla spoke with some experts about how you should stay safe.
It can happen in an instant. Deer mating season, combined with the end of daylight saving time, means a spike in deer vehicle crashes.
Scan the roadways, and really just by slowing down can help prevent some of these other crashes that are occurring out there.
The Minnesota Department of Public Safety reports more than 1,200 deer vehicle crashes each year.
I think one of the big things that would help is kind of what we're doing here, is making people aware and just reminding people.
But Ron Moen, a wildlife ecologist at the University of Minnesota Duluth, says his research shows those numbers are greatly underestimated. Moen is part of a research team studying how to reduce those wrecks.
So for every 10 deer that are out there, there's another 90 that have been hit that aren't reported.
The Minnesota State Patrol says if you see a deer, the number one thing is don't swerve.
We use that expression, don't veer for deer. A lot of times folks may end up going into oncoming traffic, causing a head-on type crash, or off onto that gravel shoulder, hitting that loose gravel, losing control, causing a rollover crash, or maybe striking a fixed object such as a tree.
It's not just deer this time of year. This is what's left of a car after it hit a moose on Highway 53 up in St. Louis County. A family friend says the crash sent Katie Johnson to the ICU with neck, back, and spine injuries requiring surgery, with a long road to recovery. Whether deer or moose, experts say stay aware, especially this time of year.
The main thing I would say is just, especially as you're driving in the early evening now when it's dark, be watching for deer and be aware. And if one deer crosses a road, very likely could be another one following it.
Jason Randla, WCCO News.
If you do strike a deer, the experts say turn on your flashers and then get out of your car when it's safe. Of course, call 911 if anyone is hurt.